A fearless warrior always starts with fear. Something will challenge you. Something will test your belief, your belonging to your identity. Something you will have to overcome with a helping hand. And everything I show you would suggest that is where I start. Because before I could even begin to win medals, and this is the goal I want you all to aspire to. But what if you're inspired to platinum? What if you're inspired to minerals that are found grains in gold? There is something more than gold. I'm the product of Windrush generation, migration with Stanley Geoff Thompson and Barnett Edgeard Geoff Thompson. I grew up in Wolverhampton, where my father post-war developed and welcomed in that migrating generation. There's nothing intolerant about this country, but when you're told to go back, you're told that we have a reason for being here. But we're not here to talk about empire and colonialism. We're here to talk about a young boy who lived the ideal experience as a child. Bad things will happen to you. It's how you respond and react to what knocks you down in life that determines when you get up, what defines you all. Before I knew it, my father died, and my young mother was a widow, and she migrated to the East End of London. I learned very quickly the two chicks on my shoulder had to be removed. But the colour of my skin was not an option, but I did learn that dandelion became cockney overnight very quickly. You must adapt to your environment. We are all the product of our environment. I'm also eternally grateful to the National Front. Every negative and positive way to tackle it. The postcode rivalry and all boys school were in an illustrious institution of learning. But I'm a great believer of co-education, because all we did was bunk off an all-boys school to go to an all-girls school, and we lost so much quality time in the curriculum of life. Respectful relationships is what developed strong relationships of mutual respect, confidence, and trust. I played sport and the arts to my escape because I was angry. I've lost my father. I was relocated from a tranquil existence into an inner city to be stopped. So I learned that I had to be resilient. My mother was the ultimate warrior, hence the term fearless warrior. I'm a self-professed mommy's boy, and with that, I'm very sorry for you males who we could believe would test you or artificially inseminate it. But I am the authentic product of a warrior. Karate became a discipline. It became my curriculum for life. It became where I could test myself, grade myself. I learned the Japanese culture. I discovered this sport where Japanese language was the first language I learned of a disciplined environment. I got a silver medal, didn't like that, so I was pursued to know. And that took me all over the world. It's been an incredible journey because travel broadens the mind. I was best known unknown in the 80s. It's great to be up. You surface where you need to surface and when you're ready to represent something for those who cannot represent themselves. We are all here to represent our own journeys individually and collectively. That is community. Community is its strongest when it's diverse, inclusive, and represents every single life journey and experience. A gratitude will always start with a privilege. That is the image of a young boy, a 14-year-old schoolboy, Benji standing shot dead on the streets of the Moss Side, Manchester. The first life lost on the streets of our community. I will always remember where I was, and it profoundly affected me, as it does now. Because every life lost is lost to all of us. But I decided from a very privileged position that I would go back on the streets. And those streets I came from, I'd learned that sport, art, culture, enrichment was not the fundamental human right that led to their mental, physical, emotional resilience and potential. That God-given talent that they can achieve and be the best that they could be. So what I did was I condemned everybody from society. Not many people say no to me. Even when they want to say no to me, they say yes. It's a power. Learn the power of yes and no. Learn the power to be able to influence and represent the voices. The Youth Charter was born at a simple mission to provide hope and opportunity to young people from communities of disadvantage and disaffection. Tragedy became opportunity. I was walking into this illustrious educational institution. I saw the Adrian Morehouse swimming pool. In those medals, you will see over 13 Olympic, world, and European titles. By the way, I'm the one on the left. It's great to be different. It's a face and proud. Don't let it hold you back. Your identity is the definitive form of your representative culture, heritage, and ancestry. So I was a different case in the mount. But what it did was inspired a global movement that would, on the words that we spread and the interaction, the cognitive between your ears, suggests that what we took saw us go all over the world. Taking that message, taking that purpose, taking that ability to do and become the best that you can be. So from mentally standing tragedy, a global movement of sport benevolence, the global movement that continues to see the issues that we face. Because we are all here responsible to the future of our generations, our young people, every single one of them, applying what wisdom, knowledge, and experience would suggest how we can become something more than ourselves. That is something that you will no doubt either Google or test, because they're interactive with others, are the reasons that we can validate or confirm. And if you're aware of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, okay, so the new audience, they are the goals that will measure mankind's ability to overcome some of the biggest challenges facing our communities. Education, gender equality, skills employability, climate change, safe communities, all one big ecosystem. We've chosen 7 from 17. We created Community Campus. Every single one of you are part of that campus. You're part of what makes that campus community cohesive and provides generational hope and opportunity. But as I've been through a journey that can be credible, it's social, cultural, economic. That has to be an ecosystem that everybody could see themselves becoming part of that journey. It is because ultimately it's global. We've gone local to global. That's the interactive age in which we live. But sport, art, and culture are the vaccine, they are the antidote. They are not the treatment, they are not the panacea. But I can tell you now, on the fact that I was given up on by all of my teachers, it's great when you take your book to your housemaster who never quite thought you would make it and take it to the House of Lords with other illustrious individuals and you present the art of the possible. Ultimately, it's about what we do. And that vision was a vision inspired by the images that you have seen, but I will pay tribute to 2 individuals that shaped me. The late great Muhammad Ali, confidence, conviction, dedication, giving, respect, and spirituality. That is the golden thread that sees social conscious become the trust, confidence, and respect of the young people on our streets who need hope and opportunity. Every single one of you deliver that campus. Every single one of you creates the art of the possible. The late Christopher Vendetta, after the end of apartheid, I was in South Africa, and his political genius was to use sport and the arts as a vaccine. The Ubuntu spirit. I am because we are. That is the message. That is the hope and opportunity. When people choose to give up, all of those images reflect the whole world community that we are. When I competed, I used the battle cry to resonate and reflect. And that's how we will end. Indulge me. That would have won you nothing within your characters than the face of the life. Vision without action is but a tree. Vision without action is mere passing time. Vision with action can change the world. We have no excuses anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We must all play our part, we must all be the part, and give our young people hope and opportunity. Please, thank you, and sorry. 3 magic words he was used with purpose and the spirit, indomitable spirit, that you are who you are, that you could always become what you believe you must ultimately realize. Peace.